Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and you've never seen me before, my name is Nicole. I like to consider myself a confident woman, but I was not always this way. On this channel, I like to share videos and tips and just how-tos on becoming the best version of yourself as a woman. Women similar to me, maybe you're in your 30s, maybe you're in your 20s, whatever age. I think it's important for us to be the best version of ourselves and just become confident every day. So if you're on that journey that resonates with you, definitely consider subscribing to this channel. I have so many videos to help you get through this journey. I have some tips, I wrote them in my phone, that I want to share, especially it's a new year, beginning of the year. I want to help as many women as I can to just get in her bag, get in your pocket. Like, I don't want anything to break you this year. And I think these tips will really help you just to be more confident in whatever space you're in throughout your day. Now, I'm out of breath. Let's get into it. All right, these are not in any particular order. I didn't even count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got about 7, okay? We're gonna say 7. 7 tips to become a confident woman. Okay, now these are not the traditional tips you might see on YouTube. There are plenty of tips and ways that you can become more confident. Your appearance and all of that stuff is important, but these are some specific tips that I've really implemented and they have helped me. Number 1, you need to gear up before you get out the house. Whatever you have on your agenda for the day, you need to gear up. And what I mean by that is make sure you feel good before you walk out the door. My go-to is I need to look in the mirror. I need to feel like, okay, you're that girl, Nicole, you got this. You like what you see, you feel good. And to get to that space before you walk out the door, some of the things include like making sure you eat breakfast. A lot of us, like if you're a mom, if you're busy, got a lot on your plate like most of us, it's hard to find the time to do the things, but you have to eat breakfast. Try to eat something nutritious. Take your vitamins. Do a little quick skincare routine so your skin feels moisturized and not crusty. Put your hair together, make it look a little polished. Don't just walk out looking crazy. If you are a makeup girly or whatever, like your lips, make sure your lips are moisturized. Your eyebrows are, just look maintained. Physically, put thought into your outfit. Just make sure you like what you see. It all boils down to you. So if you want to throw on some sweats and a tank top or a t-shirt and you feel good, you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm that girl, great, wonderful, you're on the right track. But if you feel like you like to be more stylish, you like to have on accessories, you like to have a little makeup, you like your hair a certain way, get it done, because that is the start of it all. That is how you prepare, you gear up to tackle the world. It is hard enough, your job, your whatever, but if you walk out feeling confident, you're geared up. A lot of times we don't eat breakfast, then you're hangry, then you're bitter, you're blowing your horn in the car in traffic. So things like that to really just gear you up for the day have truly helped me. Or even if you're gearing up for an event, make sure you put thought into how you feel, what you look like, because that's going to help boost your confidence. And so when you walk into any room, it's kind of hard for somebody to be like, to make you feel otherwise, because you stepped in that mirror and you looked at yourself and you was like, we're good, we're ready to go. If you got to gear up by listening to some music, sometimes that's what I do in the mornings. Listen to some music, jam out, dance in the mirror, feel yourself a little bit. Or it could be a morning where you're just doing a podcast, listening to a podcast just with affirmations or just motivation. These are all the things that I do. Each day may be different, but I always gear up for the day. That's number 1. Number 2, your posture and your facial expressions, okay? Being a confident woman, people can see it, people can feel it, people can sense it. And you want to make sure that, again, you know that you're confident, you feel confident. So, stand with your back straight and your head held high. It may sound cliche, but it's actually a real thing, because can't nobody tell you nothing. Now, if you slouched over and you like looking like you want to be in the background, or your face is looking timid, it's gonna give off lack of confidence, and that's how people are gonna treat you. And that leads to different things in the world. That leads to you losing opportunities because they don't feel like you want it, or you're not the right person for the job, or whatever the case may be. Stand up tall, and I am tall, so I feel like I used to, not want to stand up as tall or with my head held high, because I wanted to kind of like hide, right? Because it's just like, I don't want to draw too much attention to me, even though like throughout my life, attention has always just came to me. But yeah, so just, you're already geared up for the day. You already love the way you look, the way you feel, stand tall with your head held high, smile, look like you're confident. Don't look sad, don't look timid. And I get it, we're human. So we may be going through things, and I am the #1 person who cannot hide how I'm feeling doing or what I'm going through on my face. But I try, and I'm a work in progress, but I try to smile, you know, try to just be pleasant and be conscious of my posture and my facial expression. Okay, the number 3, get rid of the idea that you need validation from others. It is hard. It is very much a psychological thing, but when you, and I'm guilty, we're all guilty, like we live in a social media world where you post and delete, or where you didn't get enough likes or views or comments and you're feeling self-conscious. But all of that is out the window for me. I don't care how many followers I have. I don't care how many likes, comments. I don't need validation from other people anymore. And I feel like once you get to that space, your confidence just goes through the roof, because you do things that you want to do, that you feel confident in, and it doesn't matter who says what or who likes what. That goes for when you go out to a party and you dressed up and you geared up and you thought you were cute, and then you don't get a compliment, or nobody says they like your outfit or your hair, and you put all this work into it, but then they say maybe to your friend that they look cute or whatever. It starts to make you feel a little low, a little lack of confidence. But we have to get out of that mindset. It's all about shifting your mindset. You know, think about it like, oh yeah, her outfit is cute, you know, but don't think about it like nobody's paying attention to me, nobody's appreciating me. You have to get rid of the idea that you need other people to validate you. And once you do that, I promise you will feel so much more free. You will feel so much more confident. I was that girl, and I'm telling y'all from experience, because now I look back and I'm like, why would I even care? Like, why? I know I looked cute. I see my pictures from that day. It doesn't matter if somebody else acknowledges you or not. There could be a whole other set of reasons as to why somebody didn't say you looked cute. So please, whatever it comes down to, even at work, validation, like a lot of times it is, we're human and we like validation. It makes us feel good. Good job, Nicole. Like, that report was amazing. Like, you did that, or whatever the case is. Congratulations on that job. Like, it's great when you get that. It really does make us feel good as women, as emotional beings, as humans, but we can't depend on it. Point blank, period. Okay, get out of that. All right, yeah. Number 4, understand your value and your worth. Okay, when I started this video, I talked a little bit about women wanting to find their soulmate, wanting to find their husband, wanting to date, and you really have to, coming from somebody who's been in a long-term relationship, who I know I've depended on other people to validate me, to acknowledge my value, my worth, or to help me see my value or my worth. You can't do that. Know your value, know your worth. Do self-work every single day. Affirmations. Look at yourself. Reflect on your life every day. Reflect on your week. Reflect on your wins. You know, once you really understand your value and your worth, that adds to your confidence so much. That's something that I never really used to think about until I got into therapy. I've said this before on my channel. One of our first sessions, when you think about your self-worth, what words do come to mind? Or when you think about, if you want to compliment yourself, what would you say? I want somebody in the comments, whoever that's watching this video, write in the comments something that you love about yourself, something that is amazing about you. Be free. This is an activity for us to do together. What do you love about yourself? Comment in the comment section. Other people can comment and, you know, kind of engage with each other in the comment section of the video. But it's important, because I really struggled in that activity, in that session. I struggled to compliment myself. I struggled to acknowledge the great things about myself. And it hit me like, I'm so busy doing other things for other people, looking out for other people, putting other people first. You really have to prioritize yourself and make yourself a priority in this life before you can prioritize other people and other things. Because if you're gone, it's gone. That's it. So do me a favor, do that, because it will really be a little bit of a freeing feeling, and it will like be a plateau to help you really start thinking about your self-worth. I really want that for you, okay? Your value, your self-worth. That way you're not dependent on a man to make you feel worthy. You know, you don't feel like it's the end of the world if you get dumped or if somebody doesn't want to date you. And that's what a lot of women honestly struggle with. We're competing with the other women, the women that are half naked on Instagram, or whatever the case is, like the BBWs, you know, with the BBLs, like the lace fronts with the lashes. Like, we feel like we're competing with what we think men like, and we're being desperate. We're being desperate. We're like doing whatever it takes to stand out. And that's because you don't know your value and your self-worth. So you're just doing what that man thinks he wants and likes, or you think he wants and likes, trying to get his attention, and he's not prioritizing you, because it's clear when you do those types of things that you lack confidence and that you're dependent on that person to make you feel valuable and worthy. We don't want to do that, okay? All right, next is, this is a good one. I have learned this is some stuff that when I've done my reflection year after year, this is one of the things that I had to let go of. This is number 5. Do not force anything, okay? Do not force anything. I found this happening a lot in situations where, you know, if something just don't feel right, if something is burdening you constantly, and if you reflecting like, damn, I'm still in this situation, situation a year later, or I'm still miserable in this situation, don't force anything. You have to let it go. Stop trying so hard. Stop pushing so hard when so many things is pushing against it. I promise you, and I know somebody watching this video is going to be like, I've been in that. I'm in that. Do not force anything. Whatever is meant to be will be. Whatever is meant to be will be. I've lived by that since like for the last almost 10 years. And it's a real thing, but it's hard to do sometimes, but you gotta let it go, sis, okay? I'm not saying don't work hard for nothing. I'm not saying don't be resilient and determined, but when you've been in something for so long and you're so miserable, you're so unhappy, a job, a relationship, whatever, you have to let it go, you know? Same thing like a car, right? You get this luxury car because you wanna, you know, you wanna look like you're doing it, right? And like, because a lot of women do that, a lot of people do that, right? Then when it comes time to you know, something happens with your car, or your car maintenance, or tires, everything is more expensive with a luxury car. The gas that you gotta put in there, all these things, and you struggling week by week, month by month, trying to make ends meet. You forcing it, girl. You gotta go back, reduce, get you a little, you know, a nice cute car that's more affordable, that fits within your means. So just anything in life, just sit and think about that. You know, what am I forcing in my life? What is something that has caused me to struggle for so long that I need to make change to, that has been burdening me for so long? Obviously, if it's a good thing, keep going. It's not being forced, you know? So just think about that, because when you start to force things, you're not living in your truth. You're not being authentic to yourself. And ultimately, your confidence is lacking because you are forcing something that's not even meant to be. That's not for you. Trying to seek validation from other people, trying to force things with other people and be something that you're not, or be in something that you're not supposed to be. All right, y'all, 2 more. Now, if you are enjoying this video, if you know any women in your life who are like, you know this is them, you know that they struggle with their confidence, I want you to copy the link to this video, share it, Facebook, text message, whatever, so that they can be on their journey to just elevating and being more confident. Because this year, it's what it's all about. It's like, we're gonna have to elevate and grow every year, day by day. Like, if you are stuck in the same space, that's misery. You gonna look back and flash back on your life and be like, what did I do? How did I evolve? How did I didn't live my life to the fullest. And I want that for you. I want that for your friends, for your cousin, your sister, your best friend who you know need it. Share this video. All right, 2 more things. They're gonna be kind of short. Now, number 6, I want you to stop comparing yourself to other people. I say this all the time. If you follow me on like TikTok or Instagram, YouTube shorts, I do like daily shorts just to motivate my women in my community to become the best version of themselves. I have a whole video. I will link that in the description box of this video and probably one of the above links depending on how you're watching this. Stop comparing yourself to other people. It is the ultimate self-sabotage, okay? Stop comparing yourself to other people. You would go crazy doing that. I'm not gonna talk too much on it because I have a whole video on it and I will link it. If you don't see a link, you can just search on my channel. It's like one of my last few videos. We don't want to do that. 2025, we are not comparing ourselves to other people. All right, the last tip I have that has worked for me, if you find yourself comparing yourself to other people, if you find yourself competing with other people and you just can't keep up, I want you to compete with yourself. Hear me out. What I mean is, and I do this, sometimes I'll be like, okay, take all the noise of the outside world out. What am I capable of? What did I accomplish last year? Okay, now let me beat that this year. Okay, what's my salary right now? Okay, let me do better than that girl from last year. What was my fitness routine? Let me do better than we did last year. That way it's like you are competing at a level that's, one, is yourself. You know what you're capable of. You know what your expectations of yourself are. You're competing with yourself. So try that if you feel like you are constantly competing with the outside world and it's weighing you down. Some people literally cannot get on social media. Sometimes people can really develop this real anxiety from social media because they're constantly comparing themselves and their life to other people and they can't function. They're breaking down. They're crying. They're getting sick because they're like, I'm not pretty. I'm not living in a luxury apartment. I'm not driving this car. I don't have this income. I don't have that, whatever. Don't do that. Just try to, do it small by small, bit by bit, and try to compete with yourself. And what I mean by that again is just finding ways to be better than you were before. And that should relieve some of the pressure because it's like, okay, I accomplished this. Now I want to accomplish that. Okay, now I want to accomplish that. Really, that is all I have for y'all in today's video. Hopefully it was not too long and drawn out, but I love everyone who continues to tune into my channel, who leaves comments for me, good or bad, trolls or not, because y'all are engaging with my community. Obviously I'm doing something right and I'm really in this to help women like me to just live a better life. So I will see y'all in my next video. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see me every day or what I'm talking about on a daily basis. And until next video, bye bye.